So the next category we're going to talk about is the Battlemaster category. Now, so far, the only one that we have seen thus far of the Battlemaster category is that of Lionizer, who's going to be part of Wave 1 here. Now, the Battlemasters is going to be supposedly, according to what I'm reading here, the same price point as that of the MicroMaster. So they're going to be available next to each other. And Battlemasters, essentially what they are is they're pretty much Transformers that then turn into weapons. And that of, but not just, let's say, of a Target Master where it's just a gun. It could also turn into weapons. In this case of Lionizer, a sword. Now, the character of Lionizer, for people that are kind of going like, oh, is this a new name or something? Let's dial it back to Action Masters. Action Masters had a character named Rad, who was like a red and yellow kind of Action Master character. He was actually the one that talked in the commercial. When Jazz goes, I will, count me in, I think was Rad, voiced by Michael Bell. One of Michael Bell's lesser-known Transformer roles. So Rad had a Action Master partner who was a lion named Lionizer. And so Action Masters were these transforming robots that turned into weapons for Action Masters. And lo and behold, Lionizer is back in this War for Cybertron Siege line. And he turns into a sword. What's cool about this is that I think this is the first time, and I could be wrong, I'm pretty sure, I guess Masterpiece could probably count it in some areas, but this really is the first time in mainline Transformers that Transformer toys have come with effect pieces. Something similar to that of what you would get from SH Figure Arts or like the more high-end Japanese figure stuff, where you have something where like a sword is slashing, but you have like the effect of the sword behind it. And what's cool about this, and me and Wendell were discussing this off-air beforehand, was he has this effect piece attached to his sword. And if you, in the Breakfast Club, and we're going to post the images of it too, in the Breakfast Club photos, the Breakfast photo shoot, Breakfast Club. I have Judd Nelson on the mind here. In the Breakfast photo shoot, we see that of the MicroMasters in alt mode, and this slash piece trailing behind it as if it's like exhaust. So I think that these pieces have different plug points for different toys that they give off different kinds of things. Like when it's on the sword here, it looks like the sword slashing, but there probably is a peg on the back maybe that when you put it behind a character, it kind of looks like it's exhaust or something. And it's kind of ironic because the character that they put the exhaust behind is a alt mode that's iconic with leaving fire behind, if you know what I mean. but we'll get to that when we get to that character, even though it doesn't turn into that anymore on an official sense. DMC probably would have sued with what little money they have, but we'll get to that when we get to that. But this is Lionizer. It's pretty cool. I wonder what they have planned more in terms of characters. Again, I'm scrolling up and down the liner notes here, and they seem to not really mention anything about like any others that are going to be existing at this time. So, I mean, it's... See, I'm just kind of looking here. There's just like the mention of like he's compatible with Hound. There's a possibility that he might be packaged with Hound. Maybe that's why Hound is the outlier here. But there's not really much mentioned elsewise. But yeah, so I mean, he's really cool though, and I kind of hope that they do more. It would be kind of really cool if they continue this and they just stick with all the oddball characters from Action Masters, like just use all those name conventions. And then they could kind of use that as an excuse to bring back some Action Master characters and just pair them together again. That'd be cool, at least. Anything you want to say about this?
It looks pretty cool. I'm pretty sure they're gonna change up the colors and make it. What was Blaster? Yeah, Blaster's wolf lion's name again. I forgot.
Ooh,
the yellow one.
That's a good question.
Ah, dang it. Wheeler? No. Dang it. I forgot. Hold on a second. Gonna
look it up.
Gonna look it up.
Gonna look it up. We warned people there's gonna be typing
Blaster,
with this one.
It's lion tape, right? Yeah, it was a lion.
No, oh, you're talking about Steeljaw.
Steeljaw, yeah. I'm pretty sure they're gonna do
I thought they were talking about his Action Master.
No. Sorry. I'm pretty sure. What I'm trying to say is that I'm pretty sure there's gonna be like maybe if a Blaster ends up coming out in this line, they'll definitely like repaint this into Steeljaw or something like that.
Oh, it's a possibility, of course.
I can see that. Like,
they're gonna milk this design. I mean, if they really
should.
I mean, if Bacon still exists, they would have turned this into Rampage from the Predacons. You know, like there's so many different story capabilities and stuff like that with a mold like that.
And it definitely looks really good. And if we look at the breakfast pictures here, in Chromia's hand, like I thought it would look. Yeah. It looks like in this 3D image, it looks chunky a little bit, but like in Chromia's hand, it doesn't seem too bad.
Yep.
You know, so I think that's pretty cool. And the fact that you can, I think the big play thing with this whole series is that you could remove the gunfire, you could remove the swoosh,
the energy weapons,
the energy slash, or
the energy blast,
the swoosh or whatever you have. So I mean, they're taking into consideration what some of the Japanese toys have in offerings, or like, hey, I want to add this like little blast here or something like that. I want to show the energy coming out of the gun. So I think that's kind of a first for like a North American toy. No,
I think that's something that
it's not something you get all the time.
Has been pretty much exclusive to, at least not so much in Transformers, but just like high-end Japanese toys in general.
Yeah,
the energy accessories and stuff like that. Again, because of D Arts, SH Figure Arts, a lot of companies started to really popularize that. Even Play Arts too, they kind of do that also.
I mean, you would kind of get a little bit of that with Megatron's mace, Optimus Prime's axe.
Well, yeah, that's just it. Like there's a kind of halfway with that, but not completely. But yeah, so this is the Battlemaster price point. And we're going to see what more comes of it.